No, we just gotta wait for time. The salty. What? You send me. You send me. Um, Tom asked me for the login. Tom, yeah, I sent it to the one that you got from that you sent to me on Zoom. Like something stock, like SULTAN stock.
All right, that one. Just went in that one. Maybe it hasn't come through yet. Let me check my spam.
People are getting impatient. Hi, everyone. Hey, how you doing, buddy?
No, like, can you try to do it at Spinman 2013?
Oh my goodness, you're so complicated. You just said that online, so everybody heard you. Um, Copy invite. Hang on. How about Bills fan?
Yeah, that's perfect.
Spin Man 2013.
Are you live?
Yeah.
Because I'm not seeing it.
Oh, I'm talking to people. How is everybody? Hi, George. New channel? Well, kind of. I'll explain it here in a second. What we're doing. What I did, I changed it like, I don't know, man, it's been a couple years that I changed the name from Poop Dynasty to Cudab, which Cudab stands for Can You Do Any Better? Actually, what's really funny is we've been on YouTube all the time. It's just we've been on another channel. And then I realized something that this channel was bigger, and we're just talking finances and stuff like that on the other channel. And so then I finally got fed up, and people didn't like that we would talk about life in general. But we've been doing good. We've been staying busy, still still keeping the company open, which, it's been 12 years now. Did you get it, Tom?
Yeah, my computer is taking a minute to update Zoom, but I got the invite, so I should be on. I'll call you in 1 minute if everything's not set up. I'll either join in or
Okay.
back.
So Tom's going. He should be in any second now. I'm waiting for him to log in. His computer just did it. Tom always has a problem with his computer. So what we figured we would do is we would do the stream now until we go to our members chat and do it on this channel, so as not to offend anybody on the other channel. Hang on. So I gotta turn Discord off. One thing I hate about Discord is that it overrides everything and it goes to you automatically. So come on, Tom, where is he? No, Bitcoin. Oh my goodness. I thought it was going to take off more, by the way. I thought Bitcoin was going to go up to 40,000 already, by the way. I thought it just it it just seemed like there was momentum behind it the other day, like on Sunday when my XRP was pumping. So I was hoping that it would keep going too, but it didn't. So, of course, Tom for some reason can't. I don't know if his computer crashed or what happened. So, but how's everybody been? Everybody doing good? Hopefully, well. Let's see what everything's doing right now. Bitcoin's kind of good. 35,491. XRP's almost 69 cents. It's 68.7. Tom, there, look at that. Now he gets to talk. I'm about to join in. Yes. Oh my goodness. I'm so frustrated with CleanSpark. You know, I knew CleanSpark was going to do exactly what it did. It got to the 170, it was like 167, 168. I was so tempted to sell it and then buy it back in, but I didn't do it. I was so tempted. It just made all the sense in the world because you knew it was going to pull back like it always does. You know, it just. But I tell you one thing I did do the other day. I did take and sell out of it when I saw like this was 2 weeks ago, and then I got back in instead of having that little like 60 cents that it went down because it was just I just hate losing money. So I got back over a key number in my account, so that made me really happy. Really happy. I've been trying to get back over there for a long, long time. So that was the first one. Um, we'd think Tom would come. See, Tom's setting me up. No, but this channel was around before Tom's channel. This channel started in 2005. If you go on this channel, it's all about what I do for a living, which is we do water removal, mold. Um, and because of that, we do a lot of rebuilds, a ton of rebuilds, a ton. And so we made a little show about it. It used to be called Poop Dynasty, um, but now it's just Cudab, which stands for Can You Do Any Better? And my theory is that in life right now, we need to focus on being good humans, so to speak. It's very frustrating to see the way the world's going right now, at least for me, at least. Now I can see why Tom says it's hard to do a poll. I don't know what he's doing to me. I don't see him yet. Yeah, he's still not in. Did all the miners get beat up today, the Bitcoin miners? Let's look. Look at that. The market's up. I didn't even look at CleanSpark today. Oh my goodness. $4.26. That's awful. You know what? I can share. See, now we don't have to see me. This is the one. Oh wow, it's up. Hut 232. I still think that's the short. It's gonna be the short. Marathon 901. I guess Tom doesn't like me. Amazon's looking good.
Am I here? Can you hear me, George?
Tom is here. Yay, Tom.
All right. I've been this whole entire time trying to get onto the stream. I'm here.
Have you really? Hang on. I gotta bring you on. Maybe that will only. Oh, maybe. So when you talk, it should switch to your voice. That's what should happen now. Yeah, it did. Yay, it worked. So as I'm like, I have like we were just talking about Clean Spark. What is going on with Clean Spark? Why aren't these guys having any opportunity to move, Tom?
I gotta figure this out because I'm in delay.
Oh, you can't watch yourself on YouTube. Can you not hear me?
What's going on with all of them?
I know. I knew I should have sold. Remember? I was just talking about that. It was 467, 470. I was like, this is the time. Today it didn't even get above 433. By the
Now,
way, I am changing my opinion on the market overall, by the way.
okay, let's hear it.
No crash until 2026.
2026.
No crash.
That's like the distant future.
Yeah, like yeah. Like the market, I think the market might even take off.
What's brought on this revelation?
Because they're just going to try to spend their way out of it. And that's going to make the stock market go nuts. You know it.
You know it, and I know it. I this is a total reversal.
I know. But you know why I'm changing my mind, right?
What's your Well, 2026 surprises me. If you would have said till between now and the election, that would not have surprised me. But 2026.
What is the first thing, whether it's Trump or whether it's Biden or somebody else, the first thing they do is spend a lot of money, right?
So you think when they come in, they're going to try to keep the party going
Yes,
by spending big bucks.
correct.
Gotcha.
Like, look at gold. I was listening to why isn't like gold plummeting right now, by the way?
Gold is, well, I won't say it's plummeting, but if you pull up the commodities,
Give
I
me
mean,
a
gold
ticker.
was down $13. Look at oil. And I was reading a bunch of articles. Oh, oil demand for oil's way down, and oil's at $77.
Yeah, I know.
It's crazy.
Imagine what it really should be. You know that?
Yeah.
Because you and I know there's some increase in oil that is, it's not really true. So that's usually between 15% and 20% higher.
I'm surprised to see oil at $77. I will say this. Everybody's been talking about how the DXY, the dollar index is crashing, but it's just not. I don't know why. Like, I've seen video after video over the last 4 or 5 days. Oh, the DXY is crashing. Everything's going to get better. And it's like it had one tiny little pullback, but if you look at it, it's still at absolute the Dixie group.
Well, you said DXY.
DYX. Am I saying the wrong thing?
DYX? Probably. Oh, yeah.
Oh, hold on. Let me take. What's happening right now? It's the DXY.
DXY.
I'm disheveled because I'm on the, just so that everybody knows, I'm on the flip side. I had to join the Zoom meeting. And as you guys know, my technology skills are somewhat limited for whatever reason. So it took me 20 minutes just to get on the stream.
I was going to see if this is easier for you too, by the way. By the way, if you look at our pictures, the quality's better.
Is it?
Yeah.
You look good. You look good, George.
You look good, Tom. Looking good.
The DXY. I don't know why that's not sure. Well, it actually, if you keep scrolling over, see where it says gold and then there's that little arrow? Yeah. It should get you to the DXY.
Bitcoin on a rampage, huh?
Yeah,
how can this little bit of price reduction in Bitcoin and have these miners just destroyed?
The price action on the miners today was extremely disappointing. Now, any one day, I don't want to jump to massive conclusions because we had a really nice trend going. I did a video about it over the weekend, and now all of a sudden today, just very bad behavior out of the Bitcoin miners. And I know it was making people crazy, myself included. I mean, we always talk about, don't go looking at any one day, but it's hard not to in the middle of a day where, Bitcoin we're in the Eastern time zone. So from noon today, Bitcoin was at around $34,700. And now it's at $35,700. It's up $1,000. And the Bitcoin miners, most of the Bitcoin miners were red today. It's ridiculous. This was really a punishing day. And it's not like that. Actually, at certain parts of the day, they were way down. They crept up to close to zero. Every once in a while, they got green for a second. But, if you look at the board, CleanSpark, my board is showing finished at 0. But on a day where, Bitcoin's on a tear.
Yeah, there's not going to be any crash. The only thing that might derail it is going to be if the banks fail, but the banks aren't failing. The banks there's going to be a few issues with the banks, but nothing major. You know that.
That's what it seems like.
And if you think about it, it's probably even best to get rid of competition. You know that? Man, big XRP's all over the place.
Where's XRP at?
It went above BNB here for a little bit, by the way.
Oh, it flipped? It's inevitable. Yeah. It's inevitable. That's going to happen.
It's almost 70 again. 0.692,
wow.
Yeah.
I'm starting to feel like I'm missing the run.
You are. You saw it. You've known my conviction on it since the beginning.
I know. You're a couple of years in now.
Yeah. And be honest with you, they just make you wait for it, just like they do with Bitcoin. They just make you wait for it. You just gotta wait for it.
Well,
but let's be honest, Tom. I thought we were running to 40,000 with Bitcoin. Didn't you?
I still think we're about to run to 40,000.
Yeah.
I think we're about to run to 40,000. The question is, and again, this is a short-term question because the short term is where we get killed. The short term is where they know how to just destroy retail investors. And if Bitcoin runs to 40,000 and the Bitcoin miners don't have a big move to the upside, I think you're going to see a giant washout. And I'm just going to tell you right now, I will buy that dip if that happens. Not across the board. I got 2. I'm down to now 2 that I'm going to continue to dollar cost average in. I have a position in more than that.
2.
So if this keeps going the wrong way, if we keep having days like today where Bitcoin's going one way and the Bitcoin miners aren't keeping up or going the other way, I'm going to continue to dollar cost average. Everybody knows CleanSpark is one of them.
I'm going to say Riot.
And Riot's the other one.
Yeah.
And
I
that
mean,
doesn't mean
no, it just makes sense. You know, Riot is just such a solid position. You know, it's just solid, honestly.
they're a
It's
they're a super solid company. They're not going anywhere. They have too much money. And I don't know how these energy credits are going to play out in the future, but they made a fortune on these things this year. Now, I will be disappointed. What I'd like to see is for them to increase their hodl position in the next, between now and the halving, use those credits and hold on to some Bitcoin. They could get.
Would they ever do a dilution again?
Yeah, I think they're going to dilute in the future. Marathon just they just announced their $750 million shelf offering. Riot hasn't done that, but if Riot wants to they talked about getting to 35 exahash. They're going to need to do a lot of dilution between now and then to get to 35 exahash. But to me, they didn't mention a time frame. They're in no hurry. If their stock runs, if they're diluting at $25 a share or $30 a share, then they're going to be able to get to where they're going in a very cost-effective way. They're already, they were over $11 a share. So, they're in a better position by far. They're over a $2 billion market cap right now. So a little dilution from them is not the end of the world. It's not like certain other companies that will remain nameless.
How are they doing, by the way? Speaking of that. That could really see if they're still going down.
In the middle of the day, they were down a bunch, but yeah, it looks like they got close to zero. This was kind of the ride the Bitcoin miners took today. Just what you're looking at right there.
That's
From down ridiculous, and then they clawed their way back, but most of them not back to zero.
Dude, I'd short them.
You're gonna short the miners?
It seems like the right thing to do again.
This is by the way, we're talking and Bitcoin is just going up in a straight line.
Well, we get on and they get excited.
35,900, George.
Are you serious?
35,930. We're at 36,000 on the stream.
And why is this not? Oh my.
Meanwhile, so we're about to hit 36,000. Cypher was at zero on the day. Marathon, CleanSpark and Riot did turn red, but it was right before the closing. They turned green. They were red, frustratingly red, all day long. So they both ended up about 1%. Hive ended up 1.5%. Hut ended up 2%. Bitfarms ended up in the. So we got to about halfway green, but just barely. For Bitcoin to be up, $1,000 or $1,200, and the miners to, do nothing. Marathon was red today. Cypher was red. Iris Energy was red. BitDeer was red. TerraWolf was red. And I'm telling you, at 350, 10 minutes before the market closed, they were almost all red. So a very, very late rally for some of these got them just barely to the green.
But just the market's still open for another 5 minutes.
Oh, so that's what's going on.
Yeah,
right. We got 5 more minutes. So they're with this huge pump, they're rallying into the green. Yeah, I lose track. Usually we start our stream.
Yeah, we start at 4:15. So, hey, so all of a sudden, I'm expecting Bitcoin. Just so you know, not financial advice or crypto advice. I just expect it to go on a tear, and it's like every day I see it, and then when it comes back down, I'm so disappointed.
This is
Did it break 36?
I just switched over to CleanSpark for a minute. Let me go back to Bitfarm. or sorry, to Bitcoin.
What do you
35,900 even right now.
what do you use to look at your real time view? You're using TradingView?
TradingView. Yeah, it's holding strong at 35,900. And you would think the Bitcoin miners would be on fire. I mean, the market has got 4 minutes left.
Dude, look at that. 117% for year to date.
Yeah, I mean, I keep saying that. Bitcoin has been doing its thing. It's on a tear.
This is the number that just blows my mind, Tom. All time, 329,000%.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
that's just insane, isn't it insane?
And it's not like you had to catch all of that run. There's plenty of people, if you're up 10,000%, 20,000%, if you're up 1,000%, it's probably the best investment of all your 35,935. Just a quick check where that's the high. We're right now at the high of the day and rising. This is not only the high of the day, it's the high of the day, it's the high of the week. Is it the high of the year? No, we candle wicked one time this year. We candle wicked a few dollars higher than this. We're within, like $50 of the high of the year. We have not gotten to 36,000, and it depends which chart you're using. On the chart that I'm using, we got to 35,998. So essentially 36,000. There's certain other charts that do show we got a little over 36,000.
So when we get to 36,000, when was the last time we were at 36,000 with Bitcoin?
I mean, other than whether or not you want to count this candlestick, let me go to the one. I'm going to go to the 1 week. Actually, that's how far out we got to go to. So May of 2022. And in May of 2022, it was pretty much one week candle that took us, a couple of weeks. From 35,000 to 40,000 was just like 2 weeks. And actually, you add one more week and you're down to from 40,000 to 31,000 was a couple of weeks on the way down. And we've never been in the middle since. So we haven't been at any of those numbers since then until the last 3 weeks. And you can see we're going in. If you look at the weekly candles, they're just giant green candle, giant green candle. This is week number 4 of gigantic green candles. This run started at 26,000, 27,000. So we're now up $9,000 in a month. So that's super strong. And to me, from here to 40,000, I don't see anything. I don't see any major lines of resistance. I know there's a million different things you can look at and your all-time favorite Fibonacci numbers. There's a level in between here and there. But to me, those things, when I look at the actual price of Bitcoin in the last 2 years, this is a gap.
Have you seen the Ichi clouds?
The Ichi clouds.
Have you heard of them?
You and I talked about them.
You've never heard it any other way?
I don't, it's not one that I use. I don't know if I've ever looked at it before, but it is not one that I use. Let's see if I can find it on my
Ichi. I guess it's ICC Ichi. And that, basically when you're above the cloud, it's a bull, and when you're below the cloud, it's a bear.
Ichimoku cloud.
Yep, there it is. How do you spell it?
Hold on. ICHIMOKU.
There it is.
Let's take a look. Let's take a look at the cloud. You should be able to. Can you add that indicator to the Bitcoin? Get on the Bitcoin itself and take a look.
Let me do that, Tom.
Let's just take a look, shall we?
No, Tom, I'm not as good on Trading View as you are. How do I do that?
You're gonna go over on the where it says watch list.
Uh-huh.
If you scroll down, you see where it's oh, you're on Bitcoin. So okay, see where there's a little camera?
Yeah.
Right next to that to the right, hit that. And that's going to get you into the full view.
Nice.
Now you can hit the button that says indicators on the top bar. And there you go. Let's look.
Uh-oh.
What? I don't know why it does this. You don't have any other indicators open. Oh, we went into Neverland.
Uh-oh. They want money too? I thought I had money with these idiots. I thought I already paid.
You're probably like me. I'm paying and I don't log into the right one, and I don't.
What else could we be using an indicator? Yeah, I have it right here.
What other? Let me see if I can see. Or is that you don't? I don't see the volume. What's moon phases? You got to get rid of moon. You see where it says?
Okay.
Got to. If you hover over those, it'll cross them out. You'll see an X to cross them out. So at the top left hand up. Yep.
This?
Yeah. If you X those, then you can get the Ichi clouds.
Okay. There they are.
That's the cloud. We're in the cloud. So when was the crossover to green? Let's see. It looks like it was this daily chart. So that was fairly recently. Let's see how fast. Let's see how. Holy cow!
One day.
Oh, you're on the one. We got it. You're on the 1 minute. I think with those types of indicators, the 1 day is the lowest thing you can look at. I still think you're on the 1 minute here.
No, 1 day.
One day. How come it says 1 minute on the top? You got to see on next to Bitcoin it says plus, and then it says 1 minute. Up a little bit more.
What do you want me to do? 15?
No, you got to go. You got to go to a day. So if see that plus sign, there's a thing next to it that says 15 minutes. You got to click on the 15 minutes, and it'll be a drop-down menu. You don't want to do it manually. You want to go.
Well,
so it'll on the very top of your screen. It'll say Bitcoin. There'll be a plus sign. Nope, you're on the bottom of the screen. You got to go to the top of the screen. That's just changing the indicator. You got to change the time frame of. So you go up a little bit. Right above that, you'll see. Oh. Yeah, there we go. Bingo. Now, if you go 1 day, now you're going to get. Now you can scroll out because that's like all of recorded history.
Look at that, how much it's over the cloud.
But I don't understand how the cloud goes out into the future. I never saw an indicator do this before.
So what it is it's a derivative of the value.
And
it's like the future. Hang on, we should go read what it was. It's like the future value based on hope and prayers.
Usually when you have an indicator, it ends, whatever the indicator's doing ends on the day that is today. So this indicator goes out into the future somehow.
Look at that.
I've literally never seen any other indicator that ever does what this thing is doing.
Look at this though.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, that's November 14th. So it's saying November 14th, something's going to happen. But
No. So basically, if you look back at it, you can see this is what it projects it to do. Not necessarily it's going to be in this range. If it's going to be, it's going to follow this pattern. Don't know how it got there. So basically, in the next, so you see how we had this? This is this right here. And you see how
when
it's
did it
doing
show
this?
that? I mean,
It's just how it's just how it was explained to me. So once it gets
usually you'll see where
but
it
do you,
crosses over from red to
uh-huh,
green.
right.
That's usually how indicators work. So that day, that would have been a bullish crossover. And that looks like it was Halloween, because you're on the first. If you go one day back is when the cross happened. So October 31st on this indicator, things turned bullish and we were in the green. So that part makes sense. It's got two lines. I don't know what those must be. Those may be moving averages. I'll try to do our homework on this. I'm not, you're like, you're the one who really told me about this, and I have not looked into it. So, but you see, it's got a red line and a blue line.
Right.
Those must be some indicate, moving averages or some type of thing that it's tracking one versus the other and making a projected forecast based on those, I think, is what seems to be going on there. Whoa, there's a green line. Oh my.
I don't know.
This
I'm just happy to see it growing green. But
green.
what's interesting about this Ichi cloud is if you see in the future there, it mirrors that run that we had back a couple of days on Bitcoin, where it just was on a tear, which blows my mind. Do you see what I mean? How if you look at the Ichi cloud, you see that little up. So now the next thing they're expecting is about another like 8 to 9% increase.
It all seems like it's all going up. We're gonna have to do the math.
Yeah, I don't know what it is or how it works.
I don't know, but according to that, it seems like it's good news, and there's more good news ahead.
And if you look back, this has been like it's out of the Ichi cloud. See how this was the bear, and now we're definitely in a bull. Do you see
Yeah,
it?
there was red for a long time there.
Right. That's interesting though to see,
So
isn't it?
we definitely will more to follow on this, everybody. We'll look into this and see what the concept is, because it looks like it's following three different things, and the combination of which it's making a projection on whether we're bullish going forward or not. And it seems like it switched over to that.
Yeah, just when it's in the cloud, that's when you don't know if you're going bullish or bearish. Okay, but if you look at a history though, I mean, been in this bull. I mean, we've been in this bear.
We're way out of the cloud.
Way out of the cloud. I know that's a bear. We're in a, you know what I mean? I mean, a bull. We're in just an unbelievable bull market. Look at this little pump. Did it close it?
Let me go back to, I'm all over the place on my end here. Let me go back and see. Actually, let me look at it this way. This will be easier.
So on our other channel here in 6 minutes, we'll be going to our members only chat.
Oh, yes. Thank you for reminding me of that. I got to make sure that's set up. All right. So it looks like we topped out at 35,963.
This must be a big line of support then at 36,000.
And now we've pulled back to 35,600. So just under 36, just a few dollars under 36,000 we ran to. And now we pulled back a little bit from there, but that was a massive run on this. It's go time. Okay. All right. So I'm going to prep for those of you who want to join us on our next, if you are a member. We have our members live stream.
We will be going there. All right, I'll talk to you in a few minutes, Tom.
All right. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, everybody.